What's up? It's Bilal. Check out my interview on Amaru Don TV.
Bilal. Good afternoon, sir.
What's up?
You know, we were just talking before outside, like, you know, it's a beautiful weather. You brought some good weather for us today.
Hey, man. I do what I can.
Yes. And we're saying, like, you know, it's kind of like gives you that retrospective feel. You know, are we going to expect maybe in the future a song's going to be penned today that will be on maybe the next album?
Yeah, I've written a lot of music here. It's the vibe in the city of London, you know. Aside from today, you know, the rainy kind of vibe, you know, it's kind of puts you in that retrospective type of feeling. I get creative in those type of aspects. I've actually recorded a tune here in a friend of mine's living room, just chilling here. I used I think in my second album, I put out an album that never really it didn't come out. Yeah, and recorded a few tunes here. I just jumped on a plane, came out here because I liked the film.
Talking about that, the album Love Yourself was bootlegged, shelved, and it kind of like, for you in your career, there was a bit of artist versus label issues. What was the initial issues? Because you were signed for your talent, and then it seemed like they wanted to just put you with all their hit makers. You know, what exactly happened during that time?
Well, you know, on that album, a lot of the music it was almost in a singer-songwriter kind of aspect. It was kind of a little different from how we did the first album. The first album was a lot of different producers and just a lot of production involved. And I started to get in a place where I was just really doing a lot of singer-songwriter things, working on a lot of the music on my own, coming up with it, and it was coming along really great. But then when it was bootleg, I wouldn't say it was so much as the big label, but I was signed to a label on top of a label and things like that, and just so many hands into what I was doing that they wanted to kind of just discard everything that I did and just go back to square one with a zillion producers and shit like that, and it started friction, you could say, you know.
But in that case, wasn't it possible for there to be a compromise, or, you know? There
was a compromise, and I started to do more music and work with other people and things like that, but, you know, it's just certain things, frictions was happening, and stuff was slow motion, and everything was slowing down. And it was 5 years later, we were just like, let's just part ways, you know.
Now, so here we are, the new album. Roughly took you about 3 years. So for you, what was the creative process in this album compared to Love Yourself?
It was the same process, you know. Not a lot of different producers. Still that singer-songwriter kind of a concept. A lot of the songs I came up with just sitting down, playing on the piano and coming up with the tune first, and then making a track and music around that, around the initial song. And on this album, it gave me a chance to add more elements. On Love for Sale, it was really, I started to get into a really stripped down kind of blues kind of foundation. And I kept that same concept on this album, but I added more sounds and technology over the foundation, you know, different landscapes and things like that. And then the other change on this album was I took more of a retrospective world view approach. approach, almost like a reporter reporting on the world, you know, as opposed to dealing with matters of the heart, you could say. You know what I'm saying? So this was like my what's going on kind of a record.
I love that, man. Where are we at now with neo soul? Because a lot of people feel that most people are taking the commercial route. So where do you see neo soul today?
Well, you know, I never really brought into the whole mystique of neo soul. I always felt like my music was kind of a hybrid of hip hop, you know, from just working with Dilla and working with different people like Dre and stuff like that. I always considered myself as a hybrid of that kind of concept, but
thinking I'm gonna get me some, but you're nagging about my baby's mama's son. It's been a while since I had one.